guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a full face makeup tutorial. I don't know what the title is because y'all, I'm not using anything new in today's video. I'm crossing my fingers so I don't break out today, but I had fun trying out products that is not talked about anymore, and it gave me this beautiful flawless face. So if you guys want to see it and check it out. Alright, so let's get started. I already prepped my eyes, and then really quick, just in case someone's tuning in for the first time, y'all don't know what I do. For my primer, I'm just using a Pretty Velour primer. I had this forever, and I'm just waiting for it to go get this last little bitty itty titty, and then it's time for a new primer. And then I go in with my concealer from Too Faced. I always use this one, and it kind of like pretty much lock and seal my primer, because as you can see right here, see how it's creasing? I have really creasy lids, and a lot of y'all don't know that, and that's because the way I gotta prep and prime my eyelids. I really do. So yeah, there's levels to this. And then I go in with my last little base, and this is going to be the Ace Beauty eyeshadow base. Now this is like the star of the show. She's gonna lock everything. She's gonna give me my brightness. She's also gonna help prevent your eyeshadow from creasing, but to be honest, these things, they crease if you don't move quick with them. So you just gotta be a little bit fast, and if you do see it creasing, just go in with your finger or your brush and just kind of like fix it, so that way it won't do any of that. Yeah, so I like adding a nice little thick little layer on. To me, I feel like I'm doing like the same step as if I was to do like my foundation. I go in with the primer, I go in with my foundation, then I go in with my concealer. Yeah, and then the powders are like the powders. So it's kind of like the same step format in a sense. Yeah, that's how I take it. It's been working for me, so yeah. Because when I be on TikTok, I don't show like my steps, the prep part. So I always get questions like in almost all my videos, because I know a lot of the palettes that I be using is from people using it too. They're like, what are you doing to make your eyeshadows vibrant? I'm like, well, let me introduce you to my steps. This is how I prep my eyes. And then I always like to set the brow bone for a nice little highlight. My buzzword is, I need another one, y'all. I need another one. I keep going. Ulta has not restocked it yet, and it's just been like so annoying, you know? Yeah. So I'm gonna take that and just pop it there. So every now and then I like to come back and show you guys my steps. I am gonna go in with a lip oil because my lips is really chapped. Alright, so today we're going to be going in with the VH Pistachio palette. Y'all, believe it or not, I was over here thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, it's been a long time since the last time I used this palette. And then I had to think, and then I kept thinking, I was like, I don't think you ever used this palette. I might have grabbed maybe like one eyeshadow from here, from what I recall, but I don't think I ever used this palette, which is crazy because yeah, this whole collection came out so many years ago. I've used the brown one, I know for sure. I've used the blue one, and I think that's it. I did not use any of the other colors. So yeah, how many of y'all got this? Let me know down in the comment section, because she is a cutie. Let me remind y'all what she looks like on the inside. We got 4 beautiful mattes, and then of course 4 beautiful metallics. All right, so I'm gonna start off with a Nutty, which is this really pretty matte, kind of like a lime green, mint green, something in that nature. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe 433 brush, and we're going to tap it in the crease. Oh my gosh, I love green. I don't know if y'all know that, but green is like one of my favorite color. Like, she's like #2 in my category. And I like a nice lime green, as y'all can see from my nails. Yes, I'm that girl. I love me a good lime green. I can do all shades of green, but like if I had to pick a particular green shade, it's the lime. It's so pretty, so welcoming, it's so bright. It just like, it grabs your attention, you know. I think that's what I like about it. All right, so that green is it's blending off a little harsh for my liking, so I'm gonna go, it's like really not no other choice, but I'm gonna try this shade right here. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm gonna try this shade right here. Yeah, let's go with Soft Serve. And I wanna just make it a little bit more softer. Oh yeah, there we go. If I need to go back in and reapply my Brow Bone, I can do that. I'm actually gonna go in with a different, yeah, I'm gonna go in with another dose of some Brow Bone powder. And I'm gonna tap it there and then kind of like bring it down. And then I'll go back in with that brush. All right, so one color in particular that I want to add into my crease, I'm going to go in with the deep green in here. I'm going to put that towards the crease. I'm going to start off by tapping this into the wall. She's gorgeous. When I tap it into the outer, so as you can see, I'm going to turn my head a little bit so y'all can see it. I like to tap it on the outer lid first. And then I'm gonna actually bring it slowly into the crease. And try not to go too high because I want that lime green to peek through. And then this brush that I'm using is just a regular e.l.f. crease brush. I think these brushes are like $1 or $2. Yeah. And I love these brushes because they get right in the corner. Look, oh baby! Look at this green. If y'all don't like green by the end of this month, then I didn't do my job. But I'm gonna make sure y'all like some green. Y'all gonna do some green looks. Like, this is so beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go all the way across with this, just a little bit more. As I get right here, I'm gonna try my best to soften it up. I don't want to be on the same level as my outer. Oh, that's so gorgeous. So I'm definitely going to cut my crease. All right, and then for the lid space, darling, we are going to go in with, let's start off with dessert. I'm going to do a little bit of dessert. And then I want to have like a good little dessert, and take that back. Let's go in with Sweet Life and Treat. I want like a big jump. So Sweet Life and Treat. I was gonna do this. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let me think. Yeah, Sweet Life and Treat. So the lime green and then Treat. Let's do Treat first. Look at Treat. Treat me like. BH need to bring this whole line back. I swear they do. I really believe they need to bring this back. I think this was like the best thing they came out with. Besides like the birthstone stuff too, but I think this was like the best thing they came out with was this collection. This is so pretty. This green gives off like mint green vibes. This is so pretty. And then we're gonna go in with Sweet Life again, which is that first little lime green color. Let me finger swatch this so y'all can see. I really want to go with dessert though. And this is what Sweet Life look like. So pretty. It's making it look like my cut crease is wonky, but that's because my lid is like, it's tired. Y'all, my lid is tired. Alright, I'm gonna go back in with that dark green. It kind of like fits my cut crease. But I got a little happy-handed. That's so crazy. I don't know why my cut crease is looking so not cut crease from a distance. Don't know. Whatever. Let's go. I'm like, why when I look on there it looks weird. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with that dark green and then kind of place it towards the outer. Y'all, I thought I was pushing record, y'all. I'm so sorry. So I was supposed to show you guys, I feel like, things that people are like sleeping on. First off, this Rimmel Stay Matte. I remember when this first came out, this was like the most beautiful thing at the drugstore, and I feel like a lot of even like the high brand style of primers still don't have nothing on this one. Not only is she's going to hydrate your skin, she's going to give you that flawless airbrush look with your pores, and she's going to give you your matte. So if you are an oily girl, oily combo like me, I really recommend to try out this primer. I believe she might be still sold at drugstores. I don't know. I got mine personally off of Amazon, and I'm telling you, this is the best primer right here for my oily girls. Right here. Another product I feel like a lot of people forget about, slept on, is the Anastasia foundation. Like, I know this was like so long ago. There's so many different new foundations and stuff out, but she's that girl. Like, I feel like a lot of people forgot about her. She's absolutely beautiful, and I have her on right now. Like, she gives me the most beautiful natural glow. She's not too glowy, she's not too shiny. Like, it's like the perfect glow, and she kind of almost give off a tad bit of almost matte vibes. But look, I paired her with a matte primer just to show you guys how glowy she still shows. Yes, sadly this is discontinued. I felt like, again, a lot of people, honestly, I think it's just like sleeping on that brand. I don't know why, but like, now that it's not sold inside my Ulta, I don't know if that's for all Ulta stores, but it's not at my location. I've noticed a lot of people are coming in and checking for Beauty Bakery. I'm like, oh, so you knew about them. So why did you not support them when they were here to begin with? Exactly. Okay. And I feel like they're definitely well known for their face products. Of course, they have like lipsticks and stuff like that. They did have foundation, they did have concealer, but I feel like they're mainly known for their face product, which is the powders. The powders are absolutely beautiful, but I feel like overall that whole entire line is slept on. So I'm going to blend this out, darling. I really want her to come back, especially this year. I hope she comes back with like new foundations or even like concealers or both, because I really feel like a lot of people slept on her to where they didn't realize how beautiful her quality is. Like, it's not just the powders, overall everything. I feel like this concealer is so good and so beautiful to blend out, to where when I do use her, like, I don't have that urge to like, oh yeah, I gotta definitely contour because to give the illusion. Like, I don't need that. Like, I don't know what it is about this concealer. I feel like I'm good just wearing her the way she is and just going in with my powders now. Like, I don't need to cream or liquid contour, you know. So we're not gonna do that. Like, she hits the placements on her own. Oh my gosh, look at this glow. And this is also like a description of like a hydrating style of concealer. She gives me matte vibes. That's what I get from her. Absolutely the most beautiful thickness. Like, beautiful. I don't really have a powder I feel like that people are like forgot about, especially for underneath the eye. So I'm gonna stick with my original, and that is Beauty Bakery. It's like, if y'all don't know about this powder by now as much as I talk about it, where have y'all been? But every now and then I'll still get somebody to come in to Ulta, especially when we did carry this line at my location. People will come in and ask, you know, a good recommendation for a setting powder when it's something new and different. And I will bring it to Beauty Bakery and they'll look at me like, who? Beauty who? Like, who is that? I'm like, a lot of people sleep on this powder. I have her on right now, and I think she is the most beautiful buttery style of powder. And they just look at me like I'm crazy, like I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, are you not looking at my face? My face should give you a reputation of what I'm talking about. It's an example, you know. And I like to press it down to where it's pretty much like set. And I'm putting it right in the same placements, the same spots as I did with the actual concealer. Another powder I feel like people are asleep on is the Maybelline. Maybelline did a really good job with this powder. I just wish they would have added a little bit more shade ranges with this. It's definitely a really good blurring, honey, blurring. It's getting rid of your pores. It get rid of like that texture looking skin, because I have all of that in between. Like Maybelline, it gets there. Like I feel like a lot of people don't realize how good Maybelline is. Like I remember one gal, she kind of like tried to shade it in a sense. Of course I was at work and I had on a Maybelline foundation, and of course she asked me, she was like, your skin looks so beautiful, and she was like, what do you have on? She was like, what is your foundation? And sometimes I get it, my foundation does look, you know, beautiful sometimes, but it don't just be the foundation all the way. Like sometimes it might be my primer, sometimes it might be the combination of my powders. So I did let her know pretty much all of that, but she couldn't get over the fact that she thought I was lying. She thought I was lying. She's like, no, you lying. She said, because Maybelline they don't make good makeup. And I was just like, and I asked her, I was like, girl, when was the last time you actually used her? Like, they have definitely upgraded, like, so of course she was an older woman too. I said, they have definitely upgraded. The quality is good. I'm like, sometimes it don't even be like the products that be doing, like, don't be working. Sometimes it's your technique and you don't know what you're doing. And I wasn't trying to shade the woman, but she was definitely shading me, pretty much telling me that I was a liar and that I didn't have on Maybelline. I was just like, ma'am, we don't get paid to talk about what we have on our face. Like, I don't get paid to lie. Even if I did, like, I wouldn't. But I'm like, I have Maybelline. And it was the skin tint that I had on my face that she couldn't believe. And I was just like, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and, like, I tried to show it to y'all. I was like, let me go ahead and show you, like, the different new foundations that they had. She didn't want to. She's like, no, I'm good. I was like, well, then don't ask me next time. Dang it. But yes, Maybelline's powders are really good as well. So if you haven't tried them, I definitely recommend, because look at the face. Yeah. Drugstore bronzers. I really feel like a lot of people have slept on this. I know when it first came out, everyone was like, oh, you know, L'Oreal got new bronzers. And then the whole hype, everything just, no one's talking about this bronzer anymore. Y'all, this bronzer is a really good bronzer. Look at this. Honey, she shows up on us. Again, another word conversation. I had a guest and she was just like, you know, can you recommend any good bronzers? And I was like, of course. I gave her a whole list of bronzers that I recommend to her. And then when I showed her this one, I was like, this is the one I actually have on right now. She was like really surprised. She was like, well, she said, is it red? And I was just like, what is it red? I'm like, she was a little bit lighter than me, so I was like, no, it's not red, it's brown. I was like, it's going to show up brown, like she's a brown bronzer. And I do feel like a lot of brands do mess up with that, especially when it comes to my complexion or anyone that's actually like deeper. I feel like they do like think like, okay, they want a nice bronzer with red undertone. No, keep it neutral. And I feel like if you guys keep it neutral, if a lot of brands keep it neutral, a lot of other people can actually work with it, you know. But reds, like, no. I think Morphe did a horrible job with their bronzers that came out, which was like, what, last year? A couple of years back, yeah. So I hope they do better this year. Recently, Rim Beauty did a horrible job. It was just too light for me. it didn't do anything. It was like, no, I feel like the deepest one that I did see was definitely giving off red vibes. It just was not here for it. But this bronzer right here is definitely something I think a lot of people forgot or just slept on. She is really, really, really beautiful. Y'all, I didn't realize I got a whole I got a whole container full of blushes that I know for sure no one is talking about. But since we're going down memory lane, let's go ahead and try one. Like, I can't even find the cover for it, but I know for sure this is Milani. Yes, this is Milani. This was Bella Rose. I remember when this blush first came out, and it was, you know, the bake style. Like this was slept on. It came with a little mirror inside it. Like, if you flip it that way, like, look at her. If my cheeks break out, so be it. This is well worth the video. But look at this. This is like the most beautiful pink shade in here, and I feel like a lot of brands didn't know. Like, a lot of people were sleeping on this. I didn't know what to do with this when I first got it, because blush wasn't really like a thing, kind of, sort of. Like, it's a thing now, you know. Look at this blush, honey. It's giving. It's so soft but also bold at the same time. Like, I don't even know, do they still sell these? I have another one I know for sure people were definitely checking for. This one had like a radiant glow to it. Do y'all remember this one? Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Does it still have quality? It's still beautiful. It's like a burgundy with a little glitter. Oh my gosh, I can do some things with these now. I know a lot of brands are now, especially like drugstore too, are starting to come out with blushes. They're like, oh, people wear blushes. It's like, yeah, we do. We wear blushes. I know for me, for a sake, I do. This was the most beautiful brown lip liner from ColourPop. I don't know why they discontinued this shade, or if they renamed it or what. I'm not quite sure. But I love this one, and then I also love, which is the current one. It's called Pitch. I don't know why they got rid of this particular color, the shade, because the one that they kept, I felt like was just, I don't know, just. So I'm holding on to dear life for this one, because this is my last one. I think I have like one more that's about this small, but this brown is so pretty. This was my brown before I fell in love with the NYX Rebel kind. Like, this was that girl. I hear no one talking about the Essence 8-Hour Matte Liquid Lipsticks. These are so beautiful, like super matte, but not matte like drying on your lips, and the color ranges are really pretty decent. I got a couple like nude pink and peaches, and then a couple of like red and like an orange color. Oh, look at this color, y'all. Oh, I'm so tempted to leave her matte, but I'm like, that's not who you are. Do y'all see how this look? This looks so expensive, especially if you are a matte girl. Like, the way this blended out is just so beautiful. I can go back in with this lip liner. And I think what I really liked about this lip liner, I feel like ColourPop needs to bring back, because she's not the same shade as Pitch, is that it was like the perfect brown for me if I didn't want to really have like a really dark brown, because the NYX Rebel kind is a lot more deeper than this one, and it would have made this lip combo not look right. But the way this is giving right now, I'm so tempted to keep it matte. So freaking tempted. But yes, these are the Comfortable and Kiss Proof 8-Hour Matte Liquid Lipstick. And this particular shade that I think is the most best beautiful nude color for us. chocolate girls. Her name is Soft Beige. She is really pretty. I honestly feel like this is going to be like the color that looks good on every single body. Like, she's that girl. Y'all, this is one of my favorite highlighters from, like, just ever. This is the Morphe Extra Highlighter. I feel like a lot of people, of course, are not even really talking about highlighters because that's like a 2016 style of era of makeup. I'm still in 2016 style of era of makeup. I love playing in makeup, so I feel like I don't put highlight on every time, but then again, I feel like I'm lying. I do. I definitely love to put it down my nose because it really sets off my contour that I got going on. Look at that. See how it just pops and brings that tension to your face like right away, but in a good way. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my cheek area. This is like that go-to highlighter. I feel like I'm late to the party, but no one is talking about the Essence Extreme Shine. I do notice we do have to keep these restocked, but I thought this was just like more like a kid gloss. No, baby, I'm telling y'all, in this particular shade, I think this is actually a new shade. I might be wrong, but the way that this is giving extreme gloss shine is the title. It's the truth. This is so pretty. It's giving, right? Yeah, it is absolutely. Girl, do y'all see the gloss on it? I can see my reflection off of this gloss. All right, so here is the complete and final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. It felt good to go back and just use things that's not talked about, overly hyped. Like, it felt really good. So let me know if you guys would like to see another video like this of me using not new products. I don't even know what the title is. Not new products, I don't know, but this was really fun. I enjoyed and loved everything. Y'all see the face is giving. If these things are still available to purchase, I do say they're amazing. Y'all see the face, it still gives, and it's just not talked about no more. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys all have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, stay amazing, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.